So yesterday I was attuned to Reiki, spiral Reiki, I should say. And it's 2 classes, so I had my first class yesterday, and I will have my second class within the next 4 hours, 3 hours. And I am just so emotional. And like all of it is centered around being just so exhausted. And I thought this would be easy because I prayed for attunement a long time ago, and I already, I think a lot of people in my family have the ability of healing through touch, and so that's something I've been in tune with for a while. So I thought I'd just be like, ha ha ha, like I already know how to do this, and I'm the master, and all that egoic sort of stuff. And it's hard. Yesterday was day 1, today's day 2. I think yesterday after I finished, I was feeling really good, and then I remembered that I had to be like humble, and then I didn't feel really good. I just felt really tired. Even as we were wrapping up, like yesterday on the first day, I just remember like my femininity is so exhausted. There's something about my feminine nature that is very, very tired. I think it has to do with healing and nurturing. And that's another thing Reiki taught me. It's like there does have to be a mutual exchange. And just with knowing that, I'm seeing a lot of stuff differently. Because I literally, like, I would use what I thought I knew to be, like, the sacred healing art of Reiki, just kind of willy-nilly, and it wasn't channeled properly, and it wasn't sacred, and it was energetic mess. And I would use that vibration a lot with people, and when people would tap into my energy and I could sense that they were in a lot of pain, I would Reiki attune them without knowing how Reiki works, without knowing what that means. And now that I have been taught, like, the only way to sacredly practice is to have consent, to have a mutual energetic exchange, and to be a vessel and not use ego. Yeah, those boundaries are tiring. Because now I'm just looking back at, like, how much I would do that for pretty much anyone and everyone who would tap into my personal energy. And I'm not doing that anymore, and I feel I'm feeling a lot of people unplug from me, which is good. It is very good, but I don't know, when you've been so codependent for so long, it's just kind of jarring. But yeah, yesterday I became aware of the fact that I really do need to ground myself in humility. And today I think the awareness stems in lack of self-empathy. and like being so empathetic for other people that I will like scan their energy before I scan my own energy. And no one asked me to do that, but it is what I do, like by default. So just not operating from that way will help me a lot. And I realize that when I do that, when I scan people's energy before I scan my own, I can cater to them in a way where, like, I'm seeing it visually, and it's even hard to describe visually, but I'm gonna try. Like, if I can scan someone else's energy without scanning my own, then I don't have to do the work of scanning my own. And then if I like give and give and give and give and give whatever that person's energy is wanting or craving or asking for, then I'm like expecting the other person to like do the scan thing for me. 9 times out of 10 that does not happen, and even when it does, it's like you're not doing what I want the way I want you to, because you're not me. So it's 222. So yeah, that's I can see that is one of the roots of my self-sabotage, and one of the things that gets in the way of me authentically connecting to people, because there's like a lack of authentic connection to myself. So yeah, super great. It's so weird. Just really quick before I go, my teacher, Shiana, she was like, you can attune inanimate objects. It's like, oh, what? And so I did. I attuned like my kettle and like the fridge and stuff. But one thing she said, she was like, attune your bed. Like, reiki attune your bed before you go to sleep tonight. And I did. I attuned my bed, my blankets and stuff, my pillows, and I also wrote some stuff that I wanted to be clear on, and then attuned that piece of paper and put it under my pillow, which is another reason why I'm so freaking sad. And I attuned my oil diffuser, and I attuned my space heater. And with doing all of that, at first it felt amazing. It just felt like I was in like a cozy womb of love. But then later on in the night, before I went to sleep, it's like I realized I was holding on to so much stuff. I was holding on to so much stuff, and like being surrounded in pure, like attuned energy of the Holy Spirit. It's like you can't hold on to that stuff. And so I was having a really hard time last night going to sleep. And then when I finally went to sleep, it's like, oh my gosh, I had like a huge heart chakra activation, and it's closed up now because I have a lot more ego work to do. But I had this huge heart opening space, and I because it was my space heater was I attuned my space heater before I went to sleep, and I had it on while I was sleeping. It was literally like these warm rays of energy were being sent to my body, and it was overwhelming. Like, whatever work I did last night in the astrals was overwhelming. and I still have to recover from that. I have class soon and I'm kind of scared. I just want to make sure that I'm like conscious and aware and everything, but I'm so tired and I'm so sad, and I realize how much work I actually have to do, but I'm in the shit now, so. But yeah, I've been talking for a while, so I'm gonna go. But thank you so much for listening, and I will see you tomorrow, because it's 21 days of reflection I have to do, and I will just do one for